weren't given awards for their own accomplishments, but for what they had done for other people. For those moments that they forgot about themselves and put on a new self by going out and serving others. This is what happens when we become like Christ. We become a new person like him. When we are unselfish, when we are kind, when we love other people, and then we find the true peace and happiness that he is calling each one of us to. Did you know that God wants you to be truly joyful? The problem is our sin gets in the way. When all we want are fancy awards and the latest gadgets, and we're so fixated on getting those things for ourselves, we ignore God and his amazing plan for our lives. God didn't want us to get so lost in all the materials of this world. He made us to be like him. For in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, God said, "Let us make man in our own image, after our likeness." Imagine that. Our Creator, the God in heaven, made us to be like him. That's why you don't have to care about if you have the coolest hairstyle or the latest fashion. You are already loved and accepted by the King himself, our God. Because of sin, though, we can forget about what God wants us to do in our life, and we want to do things our own way. Maybe you feel like God is only out there to ruin your fun and make you be a good person. You have free will, and God gave us that, but he wants us to use our free will to choose what is right. Does getting everything you want keep you happy forever anyway? No, not really, right? All the donuts and hot chocolate merely last a couple of minutes, then you just want more. God wants to satisfy that deep hunger inside of you and give you peace and joy that will last forever. That is why he even sent his son Jesus to earth to show us how, through his care of the poor, the sick, and the lost. Jesus didn't think about himself. He came here to serve others. God is not out to get you. He's out to love you. You just have to turn away from what you want to do and say yes to what God wants you to do. But how? How do we do what God wants? I mean, it's not like you can take your phone out right now and dial God's number, like, "Hey God, what should I do today?" No, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Although, you can pray to God and ask him to help you. The thing is, he probably just wants you to listen to him in the little things. Like St. Shreds of the Child Jesus pointed out. Like not picking a fight with your sibling, or cleaning your room when your mom tells you to, or just finding little